so. Se nanda rangi lunda beda je to je yina yoba ye sanje je dang gendam babe so ganda ja ko je yo de me ja bo ta den den de gon tam be je ba ge da par dam ba kun la gon ba ja je do ba je lim bo tam ba sa ra ba ba de sim je tam je la gon ra be ba ye dam de be sa ra Don't jo da ye se je nyan dan jo bon san ye ong go ma la nyen da dong dong ben zo me no je ne wang je ro ko lo de ren ye dang jo je je dang zen je chong de ya wa ju jin ye je ma ge zo ngo wo zhen be dang ba ra ba da ye la mo je la dang da lo song bo jin bo den jong se me ba me dong den da jong Hoje bodang lewang ni me zen nam te ze dang la zen ko lo dang te shiro la dang dong tong do jen ze bo ra jen che jen so sum ni ze ge lei da xie ba chi ge chong wa je la chang sa lo dang ja ten de so wa dang ma la ge da nye wa se wa se je ne de de ba ba sam de yi shi ne da xie de le bon san zo ba xiu hong wo je yor je na zang zang le ma ge sa dong wa la yan zen jo ge pe man jo ne ye sa dang gor da khan ro mong ge ko je je ji sa da ro je jing ge lo za ye gor pe ma se de ho ho je yor je na zang zang pe ma ge sa dong wa la yan zen jo ge me de ne pe man jo ne ye sa dang gor da khan ro mong ge ko je je sa da ro jing ge lo za ye sa zang gor pe ma se de ho ho wo je yor je na zang zang pe ma ge sa dong wa la yan zen jo ge me de ne pe man jo ne ye sa dang gor da khan ro mong ge ko je je sa da ro je jing ge lo za ye gor pe ma se de ho hola so ini ta tren ini ta dakja ge tombe ini tuchen chebar chen saga dawa ini nga so ta ini tu chebar chen da tunche ta de ni chebar chen ini karzang sanji tong tang ini 장초 선바 다 장초 선바 이네 지전 드라마 똥 초된 똥게 다 집이 얘네 당아랑 저 가르서 이네 뒤섬 상지 링카 되게 나라 얘네 다다 나랑 저그 샘지 범적 얘네 다다 나랑 저 얘네 다 잡는 게 전에 지금 가서 초 탐진 다다 되는 냠욕제제네야 얘네 참말라 얘네 장초지 샘지 제약 다다 분석 쇼고요. 근데 창맥에 애니 다 투셈 제직도 드린 아주 샘지 대나게 통모 렉바르테니 제가 아주 서답로나스
We are in the distinguished time of the holiday of Sagadawa. So this is the distinguished time of Sagadawa, and we're also in a distinguished place. So we're within 1,000 Buddhas. We're also within the representation of the Bodhisattvas and Bodhisattvas with the 1,000 Aryatara statues. We're also surrounded by 1,000 stupas. So we're in the garden of the Buddhas of the three times. And we're beginning our Bodhicitta Monlan, the 100,000 Bodhicitta prayer Monlan. And we're broadcasting this prayer throughout the entire world. And we ask that everyone together, please genuinely turn your mind into generating the enlightened mind frame of bodhicitta. So we'll begin now.
To the Buddha, the Dharma, and the most supreme of the assemblies, until the enlightenment, I go for refuge. By the merits of my generosity and so forth, may I attain the state of Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. In these perfectly completed celestial venues, the excellent belongings of gods and humans, such as form, sound, smell, taste, touch, and so forth, which are thoroughly pure, arise as inconceivable oceans of clouds of pleasant offerings, filling up the entire dimension of space. Serving as protectors to all beings without exception, you are the divine ones who vanquish the relentless Maras and their hordes. Knowing all things just as they are, without exception, you are the transcendent and accomplished conqueror. Approach this site, I pray. Transcendent and accomplished conquerors, it is excellent that you have come to this place. We have such good fortune due to our merit. In remaining here in this place, hold us in your hearts and grant us your permission. The hall for ablutions is fragrantly scented with a crystal floor, clearly and radiantly apparent, and lovely pillars of blazing jewels festooned with strings of iridescent pearls. To the Tathagatas, the ones gone to suchness, and their heirs, with many jeweled vases completely filled with delightfully scented water. I offer this ablution to their forms, accompanied by songs and music, just as when the Buddha was born, the gods offered him an ablution. So too do I offer ablution with this pure water of the gods.
I try there. I dry their forms with this incomparable cloth, clean and infused with the most excellent of scents. Dyed beautiful colors and scented with fragrances. I offer them marvelous and varied clothing, fine and soft, as well as hundreds of excellent ornaments.
in as many worlds as there are throughout the 10 directions, are the most majestic of human beings who reach enlightenment throughout the 3 times. To all of them, without exception, I pay homage, inspired in my body, speech, and mind. Through the power of this prayer of aspiration to noble conduct, I call all victorious ones to mind, as though they were actually present, and pay utmost homage to all victorious ones, bowing with as many replicas of my body as there are atoms in the universe. On a single atom are as many Buddhas as there are atoms, dwelling in the midst of the heirs of the Buddhas. I thus imagine that the basic space of phenomena is entirely filled everywhere with victorious ones, with all the inexhaustible reservoirs of praise to them, and with all delightful melodies. I speak of the qualities of all victorious ones and praise all who've gone thus to bliss, in order to maintain the precious mind, the Tathagatas and the Dharma, which are precious, priceless, and stainless, and the bodhisattvas who are oceans of noble qualities. I make lovely offerings. No, there's Roman.
nye nam dan sho ba don jo da ma me jo da do gwe dam ba ye jar wa te da la ne jo ba ye nam za tam ba nan da jem jo da ma por ma re ra nyam ba da ba che param ba be cho kun je jarava te da la ne cho ba kang nam la me ja che wa te da jarava tam je la yang me zang bo jo la te be to da ge jarava kun la tam saran cho ba
The earth is perfumed with scented water and strewn with flowers, adorned with Sumeru, the 4 continents, the sun and moon. I offer these, visualizing them as a Buddha realm. Through this, may all beings enjoy the pure realm. To the lords of sages worthy of offerings, I present offerings of lovely flowers, mandarava, lotuses, lilies, and so forth, all fragrant with their scent, and of beautiful garlands. I also offer them clouds of smoke of sublime incenses, which spreads everywhere with its fragrant odors. I also offer them the substances of the gods, including myriad kinds of food and drink. I also offer them jeweled lamps made of golden lotuses, arranged in row upon row. I will strew fragrant and lovely flower petals on a foundation swept clean and scented with perfume. To those whose nature is that of innate compassion, I will also offer lovely immeasurable mansions, resplendent with lovely adornments of jewels and pearls, as adornments of limitless space. To the lords of sages, I will also constantly offer jeweled parasols with handles of gold, lovely adornments spanning whole nations, their beautiful shapes held aloft. Furthermore, may gatherings of offerings and delightful and melodious music abide as myriad clouds that assuage the suffering of beings. May rains of gems and blossoms and so forth continually fall on all of the sacred jewel of the Dharma and stupas and statues, just as Manjushri and others make offerings to the victorious ones. So too I make offerings to the Tathagatas, the Lord Protectors, and to their heirs. I will praise those with a vast range of qualities, with an equally vast range of melodious praises. May swelling melodies of praises certainly be there forever and always.
Ewam Yang me po dang te yang ye wang de me de rin jen jen jang zen ba la ba pa ye nang ge jen jo de da jang to je rang ye jen de go rin jen dong ze se je yo wa jen kor yo jen je nam ba ye wang de Yo len ta na do wa jin wa yang ta de to wa nam la bo wa le ji le yin yang che bie zuo ro mo yang nian ye gong de sen jie dong er se jie bie zhen nam zuo zuo mi zhe jie当觉观觉当觉当觉的能当个走了，人间没多了所求，就没结巴巴巴的说，觉得人家样了所别，觉得我能了全在吧，地心大个地心线，广播是。德言将错南了大，德阳言了将自觉，德阳念真的大个你把
under the sway of desire, hatred, and ignorance, with my body, speech, and likewise with my mind. Whatever negativities that I have committed, I confess each one of them individually. The merits of all the Buddhas of the 10 directions and their heirs, the solitary Buddhas and those on the path of learning and beyond learning, as well as the merits of each and every migrator. I rejoice in all of them. All those who are lamps of the worldly realm of the 10 directions, who have successively obtained the stages of enlightenment, free from attachment. To all those protectors, I entreat to turn the unexcelled wheel of Dharma. To those wishing to display the attainment of parinirvana for the purpose of bringing benefit and bliss to my migrators. For eons, as many as atoms there are in their universe, I beseech them with my hands folded together to remain. For having made prostrations, offerings, and confessions, for rejoicing at others' virtues, and for requesting to turn the Dharma wheel. Whatever little merit I have managed to accumulate through these efforts, I dedicate them all to the enlightenment of all sentient beings. My body and likewise my possession, and every virtue of the 3 times, for the purposes of all sentient beings, without any sense of loss, I forsake them all.
De ba da ge je ba jen je ba de da dam je da ge so so sha so je ja wa kun da sang je se rang je ra nam da lo da ma lo da do wa kun je sa nam kang la ya de da kun je so da ye ra Gong na zo jun je den dor ma na chang jo ram ba la san je ma cha nye gong bo de da da ge tam je la ko lo la na me ba ko wa ra ko nyang ne da do kang je de da la do wa gun la be ye de ve sa Karabashin
yang da ge tar mo ra jir so wa re ji cha za wa dan che jin xiao ba dan jie se ye rang guo re xin so wa ye ge wa jun ze da ge jie sa ba tam jie da ge zhang jiu xia rong mo lü da de yin long jie da de song jie wei nge bo ge sem jie gun jie teng jie sha pang ba me ba da dang wa re jia现在是真有呢我等着点几步嘛真的有真的点了那你对了几个现在是真有啊现在是真有那自己几步嘛连没没给好得进去点点啊点两个这个啊慢点
so je na yo be sang je zhong ben de tam je da sa je la ne be zhang je sen ba chen bo nam da la ma do jin zhen ba chen bo nam da la gong su so je na yo be sang je zhong ben de tam je da sa je la ne be zhang je sen ba chen bo nam da la ma do jin zhen ba chen bo nam da la gong su
All the Buddhas, the Bhagavans, dwelling across the 10 directions, the Mahasattva, Bodhisattvas, abiding in the 10 stages, and the great Vajra-holding gurus, I beseech to please listen to me. Until I reach the heart of enlightenment, I go for refuge in the Buddhas, in the Dharma, and the congregation of Bodhisattvas too. I go for refuge in the same way. Until I reach the heart of enlightenment, I go for refuge in the Buddhas, in the Dharma, and the congregation of bodhisattvas too. I go for refuge in the same way, just as the Buddhas of the past have generated the thought of enlightenment, and within the precepts of the bodhisattvas abided successfully in the same way. In order to benefit the sentient beings, I shall give rise to bodhicitta, and also in the same way, all the precepts I shall successively practice. Now has my life become fruitful. I have truly gained my humanity. Today I have been born into the family of the Buddhas. I have become a child of the Buddhas. Now, come what may, I will definitely undertake the activities that are in harmony with my family. I will act in whatever way ensures that no fault accrues to this faultless and venerable family. Just like a blind person discovering a precious jewel in a heap of sweepings, so too have I, by some chance, found the bodhicitta awakening in me. Today, in the presence of all the protectors, I have invited beings to reach the state of bliss, and in the interim, I have invited them as my guests. You gods, demigods, and the rest, rejoice. Bodhicitta, sublime and precious, may it arise in those whom it has not arisen. Having arisen, may it not wane, but increase more and more.
I never be separate from Bodhicitta, but embark on my conduct.
All the influence of the Mara. May all their bodhisattvas intended benefit for beings be realized. Whatever these protectors intend, may all that come to be for beings. May all beings have happiness. May all lower states of liberty forever empty. Wherever bodhisattvas dwell on levels of realization, may the aspirations of all of them be fulfilled.
Zamlin Jedang Yurkam Deda Nemo Chunso Dongarami Chuden Sanam Bam Jura Kondom Bata Trashi Dele Punso Sho. Oh, yeah. Hola, so, ini, ini, ngaji, 장첩 같으니 샘지에 기초가 얘네 약 lekbar drop song.
So now we've excellently completed our ritual of generating the mind of enlightenment.
Hola, so ta di ini ngazo ta ini 장첩 지 샘지에 생인데 얘네 다 뺏겨서 ngaranzo 다 남바 상제비 추 탐지 그직 ini 다 개치슈라고 다 닝본라고 드레스 얘네 들었더니 되네 ngaranzo 대비 상제 탐제장 되네 다 ngaranzo 런케지 장첩지 샘조 제제네 상제 바래라 마오바 탐제양 되네 되겠더니 ngaranzo 그람 들었더니 상지로 그래 다다 ngaranzo양 다 nga서 빼는 짓을 얘네 람초 들었더니 얘네 다 샘제 탐제 얘네 타도 그 상제 토야 네급 삼jel이 차야바이나 다 ngaranzo 지견지 감서 얘네 다 팬당 대외 얘네 다 ngaranzo 릭소 탐 지기 중에 되네 다 런케 장첩지 샘생에 얘네 델레 다 학과지 매브레스.
What is called generating the mind of enlightenment is the most important, really the heart of all of the Buddha Dharma. Based on giving rise to precious bodhicitta, all of the past Buddhas attained enlightenment. It is the path on which all future Buddhas will attain awakening, and it is the supreme path upon which all present Buddhas traverse. So it is the ultimate goal or the ultimate fruition of enlightenment for all sentient beings, but also on the relative level. It is the origin of all positivity, all benefit, all happiness, and all good things in this world. So there is nothing better than precious bodhicitta.
Oh yeah. Ini du som je sanje tamje yang tene tangbo shangchob de tokje bar de sosa driba jang tar tene ngombar zobe sanje ba yembares.
All of the Buddhas of the three times first generated the intention of bodhicitta. In the middle, they gathered the accumulations and purified obscurations, and at the end, attained complete and manifest enlightenment.
Hola, so ta te yendos tene jarbe ge se ta ene jitsun jambari yang tang ene pakpa jeren zai tang ene te yendo tene nga so jitsun rolman namba te tamche chang ta ngaran zo ge ene ringchen changkyup je sem deni la tene tenche jenis ta nang semjen tamche korwa ma dong go pardo tene changkyup sem be sala yok je jene tene semjen je ton bashi nang go yob yimbare.
In the same way, the spiritual heirs of the victorious ones, for example, the noble Manjushri, the noble Chenrezig, and the noble the Aryatara, based on their commitment, based on their generation of precious bodhicitta, they vowed that they would remain on the bhumis for as long as samsara persisted and solely endeavor in the welfare of living beings.
다 ngaranzo semjen ene ngaranzo ka mama jegi tene ringche changjob je semteni ene ta ngaranzo go chi ene jula che songwa yina ene ngazo zamlan hibde ene zamlan ge chi ngaranzo go ene jetang tene jeda rang soso ge yina semje shewatang ene dewi kita pedje ene partende chita ngazo tobyong go yobani bres.
Where does all of the discordant, negative circumstances of our world come from? Where do the warfare, famine, and negative illnesses arise from? They arise from the collective karma of afflictive emotions and our collective negative karma. And so for that reason, however many sentient beings can give rise in their mind stream to precious bodhicitta, to that degree, it will increase the peace and the happiness of our world, both generally and specifically. It will increase the sense of well-being and peace in our own mind and also in the world.
ene changjob je sem teni la teni yang de nyamlen nang ro nang.
And so for that reason, we have taken the Bodhisattva vow and accumulated the prayers of Bodhicitta this morning. And this is something we should do all of the time. So please never forget precious Bodhicitta, but please continually practice it so that it flourishes and grows.
다 lakwardo teni ngarato ta dawandi teni ngasom bumjurg daware ene tende songzang ta tarene zong te ngatso ge teni ta ene ma ene ta ene sangwa khandro sangwa yi shiji gone ene ngaranso ge ene drumcho nang ge yoba yibare tende songzang ene te nang ye ta changma ge ta te yang pe na chisir ngaranso ene ne kabgatan zaman shibde yongya semjen tamje dongane sheya ene thato gatene semjen tamje ene ngaso dewa den ene tenje tene ngaso parasa ene dewa sanje je kompang rombo je topic chedo ene delata changma ge yang ngaranso go je parche meba ene changma ge thuma jamjo tunjor hlenje do nangro ji shoshos.
And particularly this month of Sagadawa is the month where our actions are multiplied 100,000 times. And then also today marks the beginning of our Dakini Sangwayeshe Drupchud practice. And so we've done this prayer together to bring about the temporary well-being and peace and happiness of this world, to pacify suffering, and to establish living beings on the level of lasting happiness, which is the level of precious enlightenment. And since we have done this well and without obstacle, let's all dedicate the virtue together.
Laso ta tren zamlan shalo nubjang tren zambal leng ta ngaran so ge ene manam chemo deginala nyam yo nang ke changmala ene jodong ene tuje che shoga yos.
And so for everyone in every direction of the world, in the east, south, west, and north, thank you so much for joining in and praying with us together. And so I'd like to say thank you.
Sonam de ya tam che se pa ni top na ni be ra na ham je chen che ga na ja ba la tro pa ye se ben so le tro wa sho jam ba pa vi che tra chen ba ta kun de sang bo te yang te yin je te da kun je je sa da lo jin ge wa de da tam je rab de ho te son che be ja wa tam che je ho wa kang de cho de nga da ge ge be za wan de kun jang sang bo xue sa rab de mo wa je kang re ra we ko re shen kam se pen dang de wa ma le jung we ne xie ren ze wa den zen jam zo ye xia be sen de bar de den jo je la ma ko kam zang la so wan den jo dang ko se ren la so wan den chen len da xin je la so wan de la ma dang zha wa me ba le xin je lo pen den yong we ne ji bo den ba yin ren ne ba dang den ban zen be ji ko se jam zen den jo le je wa kun de yang da la ma dang zha me chu je pa la long je ne sa dang lam je yin Parde la me kompa nyor to sho karma ra rab mar me tang jolma sarva chowra tang malam lo tang chinda dub ze tam che te tar ta That's all.